titties out on
Oh my god. Oh my fucking god, dude.
It's okay. That's interesting. Oh. uh, how are you doing today?
I'm doing worse now. Doing so horribly now.
It's alright. What's the OnlyFans account?
That's not important.
Or was that just a personal one you were sending to the group chat?
It's not going to a group
I
chat.
don't know. I don't know how things are done anymore. I figure women are just like, yeah, I just have a group chat of my stable of
I don't even know how that was.
boy hoes.
Fuck. God damn it.
So,
I'm so sorry.
If you don't know what just happened,
No, you don't.
if you don't know what just happened, she her phone just somehow opened up, and the first thing that it opened up on, and none of us realized it till we start recording, was her titties out.
It was a shower video.
Oh well, I was gonna just keep it a minimum what I saw.
You saw the side view at least.
It was everything,
Oh.
but it was all right. It's all right.
I'm sorry.
I look at porn,
Yeah,
it was just like, it's like, finally, I don't have to pay for this subscription.
Immediately embarrassed.
No worries, dude. No worries. It's okay.
Okay, sorry about that.
That's a lot less embarrassing than if you saw my junk, I think.
Sure. We'll keep it at a sure on that. Because, I feel like either way, there was nudity on accident. If I walked in the bathroom, that's one thing. But, a whole ass, you just say your titties are out. And I look down, I'm like, oh, fuck. The video's fucking playing and everything. And how did he even fucking get there?
I don't know. But, so how you just got done at the beach, right?
Yeah. The show tonight.
Yeah, you had a show tonight at the beach, and how much time did you get?
Well, apparently I got there while the last performance was actually performing.
Oh no!
So he let me do 5 after, and I did really good actually. I did all of my
finally a headlining spot. You just
right.
have to.
I got up there. I said, "Man, I'm going last. That means I'm real funny, right?"
Yeah.
Exactly. I did really good as well. There were only 15 maximum people shoved into this tiny little area because it's an outdoor performing area, and it was raining when I got there.
Oh man, yeah, it just started raining just a little bit ago.
Well, it was raining pretty good when I got there, and I don't give a shit. I'll perform in the rain. I don't care. But everybody was like, "Oh yeah, we're just shoved up in this one little piece of the wall so that we don't get sprinkled on." And I'm sitting there like, "Oh yeah, I don't care." Whereas in my head, I'm like, "It's fucking cold.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be sick
that's
tonight."
great at rain though, because misery loves company, and when you're all together, that's when it's so much you do. You probably it was like shooting fish in a barrel up there.
Yeah.
Like, bah,
I'm up there
bah,
like, man, I'm so happy it's raining. Now y'all can't tell I haven't brushed my hair in 3 days.
Oh, nice, dude! What a perfect little one-liner to start off, dude.
Yeah.
That's perfect, dude.
Yeah. Give him the quick rundown, my normal little rundown of me being a total accident, or totally on purpose.
What?
Both.
What are you talking about?
Well, okay, so I think I mentioned it in one that didn't make it, but I was conceived in California, which was on purpose on one side and not on purpose on the other. I was a baby trap.
Okay, yeah.
And then my parents were doing the do when my mother went into labor, so I was banged into life. And then it was Christmas when my mother went into labor, and they're like, "Give us a Christmas baby, give us a." And I was born at 3 a.m. I was like, great. I was born a disappointment. Awesome.
Nice. But you were a Christmas baby?
Day after Christmas.
Day after Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Big disappointment.
Yeah, she couldn't squeeze harder. I think that's her fault, not yours.
Well, I mean, she
right?
was in labor for so long, and she didn't have insurance. And back then, I was born 94. They would just if the baby wasn't coming out fast enough and you didn't have insurance, they would shove some shit up in you, grab the baby by the head, and just pull it out. I'm like, oh, that's why I've got a big old head. Thanks.
Is that what they did to you?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. She said, you looked like a lizard. You were blue.
Mm.
That's not good. Was I dying?
I think maybe you needed a couple more days to cook or something.
Something. I was supposed to be born on January 12th, and apparently my
Oh yeah.
dad's penis said it's happening right now, and
Yeah.
that's how it happened.
So they were banging on Christmas,
Mhm.
and it induced labor. Is what
Mhm.
it? Okay,
Mhm.
cool. Takes my male brain a second to.
Well, that's why, like at the end there, when at the end of my pregnancy, I was really really active because she was so big, and like my stomach was so big. Every time I touched it, it burned. It was like
Ooh.
nerve damage on my freaking skin. So every time I touched it, it burned. I was like, we got to make this baby happen. It's got to get the fuck out of here. So
Yeah.
like at the end, I was like, all right, come on, come on, come on, come on,
Doing
let's go.
jumping jacks and shit.
Yeah. Nope, did not work.
Squatting.
Oh, I said, Doc, she's coming on her due date, whether she likes it or not. So I was induced and then cut open.
Dang.
That's how it goes.
Got you like a fish.
Yeah, that's crazy though. You think about that, like women who have had C-sections, they've literally been gutted and then re-gutted, and
Yeah.
and they lived through that shit.
Just constantly getting stabbed in the stomach.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, I watched the
just-
video.
Why don't you be a man? Have it the real way. You know.
God, I hate whenever like some women actually firmly believe that if you do not push a baby out of your vagina, you did not give birth to that baby.
I mean, you can't. I feel like it's a Tom Brady win. There's an asterisk there. You know. Can we agree on that?
Sure,
Like
sure.
you're still a mom, but you know, a little star there, deflate gate a little bit.
Look, okay, you have a baby through your vagina, and you were in the hospital for like 2 or 3 days, I think it was, and then you're go ahead, have fun with your life and your new baby. You have a C-section, you're in the hospital for 4 days minimum, and they have to give you like some major pain medication because you've literally been cut open.
Damn, you should have just put up with the vaginal pain, right?
Her heart rate was slowing every time I had a contraction.
Oh dang. Okay, so that was like a real emergency.
Yeah. Yeah, she emergency C-section, but like it was stupid. A week prior to going into labor, being forced into labor, inducing that shit, I was having contractions. I'm like, oh my god, the baby's happening. It's happening right fucking now. We gotta go. And he and I, neither one of us had slept that morning because we worked the morning. Blah blah blah. It was like 24 fucking hours by the time we were done. But they were like, oh yeah, no, you just got some Braxton Hicks, the false contractions. And so that was horrible. But then whenever they come to induce and then they walk in, oh, your baby's heart rate is slowing down every time you have a contraction. I'm like, I'm having contractions? What the fuck?
Oh god. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Did you vaccinate?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wondering.
I don't know. I'm curious on your side too.
Oh, no, we don't vaccinate.
I noticed she
Yeah.
got chicken pox. I
Yeah.
was like, man,
It's better for your kid to get chicken pox and not
really?
get 'em.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, once they get it once, they're not supposed to ever get it again, right?
And it helps your immune system too. And honestly, chicken pox is just an inconvenience. It literally a little bump. She's itchy. You're supposed to be out for 3 or 4 days. The only reason they made it was so people didn't have to miss work. There's nothing really bad about it to your child.
I could believe that.
It's
'Cause-
the truth. I went through it. It was like it was nothing. There was just bumps and itchy and a slight fever, but
does that give you any issue with like schools or no? She's homeschooled.
she's homeschooled and she has vaccine exemption. And
How do you get exempt from vaccines?
you just go in and tell them,
No.
no, yeah,
No,
basically,
okay.
and you get it. There's a lot of research behind it. I'm not just doing this because
Mhm.
I'm a crazy person.
All right, listen.
In 2000, they passed a bill that saying we can't sue vaccine companies anymore. The chickenpox vaccine was in trials in 1996.
Okay.
And then immediately after 2001, the new chickenpox vaccine was approved. It was, passed and approved or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So
At least it took longer than COVID.
Before 2000, kids got something like 12 vaccines, 17 vaccines or something like that. It's up to 60.
What?
Yeah. These kids
What?
are getting multiple vaccines at one point. And did you know that the autism boom happened in 2002 to 2003? Like that's when the autism boom started happening. There's a lot of research, and if you look at you can even Robert Kennedy Jr. I'm sure you know who he is.
Okay.
He ran for president
Mm-hmm.
and ran as an independent, and he goes into it a lot too about uh, a lot of the stuff that are um, like the FDA. You know who the FDA is, foods, all our food and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. Uh, Something like 70% of their entire budget is from pharmaceutical companies.
I'd believe it for sure.
So I don't know. It's like who's in charge there of that, you know?
It was John D. Rockefeller. I know that a lot of people like boo John D. Rockefeller, but he wrote a book at one point, and it explained in there, and like, he was the richest man alive for a hot minute, and he was involved in politics and blah blah blah, and he made a statement in his book that the government would make sure to keep control of us by continuously giving us drugs in our water and making sure that medication, blah, 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 blah. And anytime the people would rise up and the government would feel like they're about to lose control, bam, some kind of big ass sickness is going to hit us. And the government is going to, very casually just have the cure for it. It's like the end of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. And oh, our government is our hero. We needed you this whole time. Crazy. And that's the whole plot. We're supposed to need our government, and if we ever think that we're not supposed to need them, then we're gonna get sick.
Yeah, it's like that's why I think there's a lot of race stuff that's pushed out, especially in the past since 2020, since COVID started. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's just, or even before that,
And COVID
20.
and BLM started about the same time.
Yeah, but well before that too. It's just as long as we stay divided, we won't realize who the real enemy is. Who you know,
Mm-hmm.
our Congress they have an unlimited credit card. They have too much power. There's no term limits. Like it, it's like even though we have a president that's only in and out of there 4 years, there's people that are in there. uh, Joe Biden been in there since he was 30, bro. He got
Oh
sworn
shit!
in
Really?
30. That's when Joe Biden joined Congress. That he's been in there for that long, dude. He's like been against a lot of
Oh shit!
progressive stuff, but I don't want to say specifics and be wrong.
Yeah, I get that. Gotta do all the research, or
He's
I just
said
hear my
some.
dad in my voice or in my head right now, which is awful because like my dad is one of those "Go Trump, hey brother" kind of
Yeah,
guys,
I
and
mean, don't be. I hope he's not willfully ignorant, but I mean, at this point, it's for the children. That's like I'm a libertarian, and I wish that Jo Jorgensen was still running. She should be our first female president, and
okay.
sh not because she's not because she's a female, but because she's a good choice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's teamed up with RKJ, who's for the environment and getting all these. A lot of our food is illegal in other countries, like high fructose corn syrup.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have that, dude. Everything here has high fructose corn syrup in it. Red dye 40,
Mm-hmm.
like, is linked to migraines and like all kinds of behavioral issues with children too.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all this stuff. It just keeps getting proven and proven and proven again,
Mm-hmm.
and then but the FDA still approves it somehow. Why would why
Because
does
somebody has to own that shit. Somebody owns that shit and says, "Hey, I'll give you lots of money to make this okay." And they're like, "Well, I guess it's gonna be okay."
wouldn't it be cheaper to not use an ingredient, to be like, hey, we're not actually, this ingredient's bad, how about we not use this ingredient? It's just a dye. Why do you need it to be dyed? Eh, and I found out that I don't know if it's true today, but yeah, the dye yellow,
Mm-hmm.
when like coal factories, like coal power plants, when they go to clean out, they clean it out, and it'd be this yellow soot, and they realized like it was a strong dye, so they started putting it on our clothes and stuff, and then started putting it in our food.
Hmm. Well, I got 3 notes total now.
It's wild. It's wild. Our it's become more and more apparent that you know,
The shit we
cancer
eat on the
can't
reggie is no
being
bueno.
being sick, you're controlled, because if you keep everyone medicated, America is like 5% of the world's total population. We consume 70% of the world's total pharmaceuticals.
And at a freaking high cost, too.
Yeah.
God, and I have so many notes now. All right. A, my father, Republican, hardcore. If you say anything other than what he believes, he drops a hard R. Not the but the R. And if you get what I mean.
Yeah, I dropped the hard R, relax, and
Okay,
that makes them even
yeah.
worse, you know?
Oh,
Relax.
Yeah. Well, I mean, apparently I'm one.
You're like the hard R to him.
Can I say it? Am I allowed to say things like that?
With the N word with the hard R?
Not the N word.
Oh, what, retard?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can say retard.
No,
I thought you were saying the N word.
No.
So
Well, I mean, he says that too. That's his second favorite word.
He's like calling you the N word.
No, he if he gets anything wrong, or if I say anything other than what he believes, then I'm retarded.
Oh yeah, you can say.
That's just how it is. B was.
Were you being retarded though?
No. The last time he called me that was I went to go see him this past Saturday. It was the Alabama-Georgia game. I had called him like 4 days prior. I was like, hey, your birthday's Monday. And, I mean, we don't know what to buy. You got everything you need. So, like, you want us to come over and hang out? He goes, yeah. Come by on the Alabama-Georgia game, which sounds like a horrible idea, but okay. So we showed up, and I'll throw it in there. The day before, that was 4 days before. Day before, I said, hey, don't forget we're coming over tomorrow. Day of, I said, hey, we're going to be there at 6 because you said you'll be home at 6. Game starts at 7. We got there about 6:20. Door is wide open. He's nowhere to be found. No one's at this house.
Oh, God.
I called my stepmom, and she's like, I'm at work. I'm like, okay. Call my dad back because he didn't answer the first one. I always call him, then her, then him again. And he's, I'm at the store. I didn't get shit for you. What are you doing at my house? Like, well, you said you were going to cook for us during this game. I ain't getting you shit. Da, 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 da. And then I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. And I'm already talking to my brother about, like, I don't know about this. Dad's already yelling and cussing, and he's not even here.
Yeah, go home. Who cares?
Yeah. And then he calls me back. He's like, I got a rotisserie chicken. I'm like, okay, cool. That makes things so much better. And he finally got there, and he walks in the house yelling, screaming, cussing, blah, 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 blah. And my daughter is there. My daughter recently turned 10, by the way.
Double digits. She's a tall 10.
Don't say the double digits. She said that I'm going to be the double digits this year. I'm like, shut up. Well, she hears him, and she sees me and DJ go outside, and we're like having a meeting at this point. Like, should we stay? Try to stay like 10 minutes or something. And Adriana is standing next to me, and she goes, he's being violent. We should leave. I'm like, I get it. I understand. Hold on. And I'm talking to my brother. My brother's tall, so I have to look up at him. And by the time I look back down at her, she's already gone all the way to the car, and she's got the door open. Like, hey, wait, no. Hey, you got to at least, I mean, his birthday is Monday. You got to come in. You say, hey, I love you. Happy birthday. Bye. And like, she was on a mission. She went in there. She walked up and she goes, hey, I love you. Happy birthday. Bye.
Just for like a quick.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay.
She said it just like that. She was done. And he goes, oh, wait, do you want some cookies? She goes, no.
Oh, dang.
So she was absolutely done. I ended up calling my mom in case he calls. But on the way out, he's, throwing it in my face that he's bought my brother a ticket to go up to Colorado to hang out with my sisters for Thanksgiving.
God.
So nice of him to say. And then the last thing he says, as my brother is hanging out of the house and I'm already in the yard, I hear him holler, Destiny's retarded.
Yeah, your dad's not bad. He's all right. Sorry.
Second note, did you know that there are Feeding America commercials in China? Like, they legitimately, I watched the commercial because I didn't believe it. It's like,
it's to feed the hungry children in America.
Yes. Like, you remember our commercial, like Feeding Africa, was like the starving young men, and
it turned out that was all a scam.
Well, this one was ridiculous. It is like, even though America has a surplus of food, and it's showing like all kinds of food, like full of food. It's like there are still starving Americans. You should donate to feed the Americans. And this Asian man sits down, grabs a basketball that rolled towards him, and like the most Aryan child ever comes walking up, healthy as fuck looking, not even skinny, healthy ass kid. They're like, yeah, and that's supposed to get people to feed America. Why? Why?
Sounds like a scam on their ass. You know,
Absolutely.
like they're just getting scammed too.
Absolutely. And then
They learn from the best.
It's good from us,
Yeah.
right? All the worst things in history really was like a mimic of something America did, which is crazy.
We invented the Ponzi scheme. Yeah.
One of the excuses that Germany had for the Jew thing was, well, America has slaves. We're going to go for it. And that's how that happened. But that was just one of you watch World War II documentaries just like I do. So
I went to Auschwitz.
That's cool. I think you mentioned that the last time I was here.
Crazy, dude.
That's really cool.
Claw marks on the walls and stuff still.
Mm-hmm.
They had like a bunch of hair still there. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, like 2 tons of human hair because they would shave it and use it as insulation in the SS uniforms.
I mean, that's innovative. It's not good.
No.
It's not good, but it's innovative. Yeah. Third note, the dandelion, right? Dandelions are really good for your heart.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember the name of the company, but it's like the biggest company to produce medication for the heart is also the top financial contributor for Roundup. And when you watch a Roundup commercial, what are they killing?
The
Dandelions.
parent company of Roundup also owns like the medication and stuff like that that the dandelions.
Yeah, and in the thing, they're always killing dandelions.
Yeah.
Even in horticulture, I did horticultural work for a year and a half, 2 years, something like that. And I'm like, man, these are flowers. Why are we killing them? The key is anything is a weed if you don't want it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Those are my 3 notes.
Yeah. Anything's a weed if you don't want it. Yep. And yeah.
They're like, oh, we got weeds. You got what? Is it dank?
Yeah.
Got that purple. It's a violet. I'm sorry. But it's been forever since I've seen you, though.
I know, dude. It's been crazy. Can I suck on your
robot dick?
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. It does not consent.
It's on fire. Oh my God.
I had a one-liner that cracked me up the other day, and I haven't used it yet, but it's real simple, real to the point. My mother didn't like hickeys. She'd say, I don't believe in hickeys. I'm like, how do you not believe in hickeys, but you believe in God?
I've seen hickeys. They exist.
Yeah.
Mom.
What is this?
I'll show you. I'll go see my boyfriend in the woods, and we'll come back.
Well, she would say that because I sucked on my arm, and like, you
were a strange child.
Yeah, I would
just suck
do
on
like
it?
that and just suck on my arm during class, and I'd come home and it'd be like dark red. Yeah. And my mom's like,
or what the teacher was thinking. I was like, why is this kid acting like a vampire over there?
I had problems. I was a little kid. This makes so much sense because my daughter has a thing about vampires. I didn't even do this, okay? But I'd suck on my arm until blood came out. I'm like, okay. Did you know that hickeys can give you blood clots?
That makes sense.
We're learning things today.
But you can get a blood clot for fucking anything nowadays.
Yeah. There was an article that was like, bras can give you breast cancer.
Yeah, let them things hang free, girls. Let them swing low.
Swing low. But
look like 2 giant pendulums just smacking against each other as you run, you know? Pop,
yeah.
pop,
there
pop.
was one time during my podcast, Better Than Being Bored, or it's not mine, it's mine and Bo Henry's. I think we had Cheetah Shine on this episode, and lazy sex swings came into conversation. And I'm like, kind of like, the balls you see on
isn't a sex swing in itself just a lazy thing, right? Like you can't do these things physically, so you need this contraption to hang you in the ways that you actually want to be able.
Can't get my leg up there, but if we pull this rope, This one goes, whoa.
You heard that? That was my hamstring.
You hear a couple more pops. Oh, my back.
Are we at the chiropractor?
This is great.
Dude, I want one. I want one of those inverted things. I just want to hang upside down.
Yeah.
And if it could yank me like that real quick, dude.
Yeah, the inversion tables. I think all the time about the first Incredibles movie where Mr. Incredible is battling that robot and the robot grabs him by his arms and then his feet and he starts pulling him and then his back does this pah.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, ha, ha, and all of a sudden he's got his strength back. I'm like, I need that.
For real.
That looks good.
I think about that scene in Deuce Bigelow, Mel Gigolo, where he's got the bar hooks in his legs and he hangs on upside down on the bar. He's trying to do like exercises or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've not seen that
I
one.
want a pair of those and just
Okay. I want the inversion table. You just and that's it. But every time I read about them, it's like you could get stuck. I'm like, what? What do you mean you could get stuck? How do you get stuck on an inversion table? Like you can't get back up?
Yeah, I don't know. Trying to push it. Yeah, just reaching around for shit.
Help!
I need somebody.
You know, I have one of those life alerts. Help! I've hung myself upside down and I can't get up.
Yeah.
You got to put the upside down there because apparently it's illegal to hang yourself according to, what was his name, Aaron Kaiser?
It's illegal.
Yeah, it's illegal to kill yourself.
Yeah, makes sense. It's you're killing somebody. That's homicide. You go to prison for that. You can get sentenced to death for that, actually.
But apparently it's not illegal to attempt to kill yourself.
I think you still go places
Yeah,
when you attempt
and
to.
at least an asylum or two.
Yeah, you go to jail. It's a different kind of jail, but you
It's-
go
yeah.
to a jail.
This one's got white walls.
This one looks like clouds.
Yeah. It just throws me back to one of my favorite parties when I was 18. It was a party held at my apartment, and this guy showed up already wearing a straitjacket. Like you drove.
It wasn't a
here.
Halloween party.
No.
It was just these are
Straight-
your friends.
Yeah. He's still a friend of mine.
Yeah. Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
These people.
The rave community. I would turn my apartment into a full blown rave. We had the lights. I
nice.
would bring out glow sticks, and there would be more than one individual walking around bare.
I feel like EDM is our generation's Coco Melon.
I don't know shit about Coco Melon.
You don't know Coco Melon? It's like
No.
crack.
It's like crack.
It's like crack for kids.
Oh, okay. Well, we were doing.
We were just hitting them beats. Just anything to make the drugs feel better.
You remember when EDM used to be explained by how filthy it was, how dirty it was?
I never.
No.
I remember. What was it called? Dubstep.
Yeah.
That's where it started.
Mhm.
Dubstep, and then people were like, "Yeah, but let's just call it EDM." I don't know.
Electronic dance music.
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. See, I didn't even have to Google that
There's
one.
big ass like festivals now
Mm-hmm.
for
Which
it.
I would love to see Excision, honestly, and they're usually a big headliner at things like that.
I don't know who that is.
It's an EDM guy, individual.
This guy makes a good playlist.
Yeah.
Just kidding. It's an art. That's hard to do. I've seen like the guys creating stuff like that. It's pretty.
Yeah, and
it's
then-
like next level autism, dude.
Yeah.
it's like yeah. That's like their new trains. EDM.
Well, well, there are songs that they're like, all right, so this is how you make a song, and they're like, add a little treble, add a little bass, drop that shit, and it sounds good, and you're like, wait, hold on, I think you skipped like so much here.
Yeah, like why are we dropping the bass? Why? What's the point of all this? I listen to. I go through like 3 months stints of listening to different music, or 6 months. So like I'll listen to blues for 3 months. I'll listen to like old school country for 3 months. I'll listen to 90s rap for 3 months. But I don't know. I can't get a hold of this modern music anymore. I think like all the good music has already been made. I did. You know what? I'm gonna lose all credibility saying this, but Post Malone released a country album,
I have not even heard it.
And there's two parts. The first part is like he did a bunch of like poppy songs with other country artists. It's a whole like 12 songs of just, and then he did a part B, and it's all his songs, and they're all like sound like good, like old 90s country songs. It's pretty good.
Wait, are they like his regular songs?
Yeah,
But
no
he just countryfied them?
no, it's a whole new album. It's a whole album, a country
Okay.
album. It's called F1 Trillion.
Oh,
Pretty good.
okay. I
I
mean,
like the part B, all the ones that don't have
I'd listen to
features
it.
on them.
When I saw Post Malone in concert at Hangout Fest, I mean, he put on a great performance, but he really like country that threw me because in watching him, he was screaming "Rah!" into the mic, and I'm like, he wants to be in a screamo band. He wants to be a rock
I
guy.
think he's just a musician, and he just is doing what he wants to do. You know, like he just loves because I think he has tattoos of like different musicians and stuff that aren't rap and stuff like that. He draws inspiration from every genre. It seems like
Okay. Well,
pretty cool.
I know that he walks around with his hand on his hip like continuously.
Oh yeah,
Continuously the entire concert, hand on his hip and a pink rag hanging out of his pocket.
nice. And did he smoke a cigarette too, like when he was on stage, or no?
I don't recall.
Oh, I've never been to one of his concerts. Sounds expensive.
Well, Hangout Fest that year was
Oh,
very
Hangout Fest,
expensive
nice.
because that was the year that my mother decided that we were going to go VIP, and that was really fun. Do you know the band called Lovely the Band?
Mm-mm.
I like that you're broken like.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, well, that music video, oh, I love it. But in 2018, I got to see them perform. And 2021, I think, is whenever I went to Hangout Fest last, or 22, one of them. We're hanging out VIP, and at one point, I just see the lead singer walking by with an entourage. I'm like, Mom, 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 oh my God. And she goes, yeah, I know. We're in VIP, okay? Just leave him alone. I said, I'm not leaving him alone. And I chased after him.
Lord.
And then my mother started following me because she gotta. And he was going into the super VIP range where I wasn't going to be able to see him again.
Yeah.
I said, wait. No, I'm like holding on to the fence. Wait. Come here, take a picture of my mom. And he smiled and he came back. And then the hot chick from that video for the song I was just poorly singing, apparently that's his girlfriend.
Hell yeah.
She's gorgeous, and she offered to take a picture. So I have a picture with me, my mother, and him. And I'm over there like, I know his girlfriend's hot, but don't we look cute together?
Oh.
Love concerts. I've been to far too many, but not enough at the same time.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I've only been to like a handful of concerts in my entire life. Like maybe.
They're not all that difficult, like all that expensive. Like if you, y'all are like healthy and stuff, so that's good. And you have the home that you have. So I don't know if you ever just have like a blatant, I'll say 60 because there are two of you, where you like, all right, we can find a babysitter for this evening and we just go to a concert. $60 for a concert plus gas money.
What concerts are $60? Hangout Fest was like.
No, Hangout Fest was not $60.
Yeah.
Hey, especially the VIP. That was $1.50 per person.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I haven't. Yeah, the last concert I went to, it was not $60, and I was like, in like not even like down in GA or whatever.
Oh, okay. Ooh, I just found out about a website that is called Last Minute Trip, something like that. Apparently, there are cruise lines that are like thousands of dollars that in the last 90 days of their vacation.
When they're trying to fill it up.
Vacations to go is what it's called, and you go there and I mean, for the next 90 days, you've got a lineup where like this one that was like $1,500 per person is like $300 now.
Oh wow! Cool.
So I'm going on a fucking cruise this coming year.
What cruise you gonna go on?
Bahamas,
Yeah.
probably.
You going Carnival?
Probably.
Oh no!
Well, I've got to fly to, or no, I'd probably just go to the one that ships off from Louisiana. That's probably the easiest one to get to for me. Otherwise, the really cool ones, you got to fly to Miami in order
Fort
to get
Lauderdale.
there. Yeah. Mm.
I want to go to a cruise. I guess I I don't know where I'd want to. I guess the Bahamas. I like to go to like Cozumel or something, Mexico.
Ooh. Okay. The one I want to go on, I will not be able to afford for some time. It's by Silver Lines or something like Silver something, and it's all adults, no children. Very minimum individuals allowed on the cruise ship. You can stay in your room the entire time if you want to and have a great time. Every room has a hot tub. Every room has a butler. Every room, if you want a massage, they'll bring that shit to
That
your
sounds
room.
expensive as shit.
Yeah.
What is that?
Minimum 10 grand a person.
Damn, hell
Yeah.
yeah.
But the one that I want to go to goes to Australia and New Zealand. I want to go to New Zealand so bad.
Yeah, Australia just to get there is like $2,500 just to get to.
Yeah, well, the 10 grand minimum covers your plane ticket to get there, the somebody to pick you up at the airport, somewhere to stay if you have to, and then the whole cruise, including if you want to stay at that place over there, then it covers that as well. So it covers the entire trip.
Okay, that sounds pretty sick. But
It's not bad.
I don't have 10 grand. If I had 10 grand, I'd be. I don't know.
It's one of
open
those I
a
need to
comedy
start
club.
saving up like
Yeah.
5 years ago.
Yeah. Well, it's been a good episode. It's been 30 minutes, 35.
Pretty
37.
chill. Pretty chill.
It's pretty chill. I do want to ask, what's up with the shit on your face?
So I was supposed to this month actually. I was supposed to be going to Vegas and seeing the When We Were Young, which has like all the emo bands.
Yeah.
All of them. It's so good. And I have in fact, I just got my wristband in the mail, but
Fuck, dude, that's
yeah.
cool.
But I'm gonna have to send it with my friend that's going to meet with my mother in Vegas, so my mother can have it.
Dang.
Yeah, that's very upsetting. I was like, I can get my ticket to my plane ticket to go out there. It's fine. I got this. And she's like, but do you have money to spend in Vegas? Do you have Vegas money? And I'm like,
Yeah.
no.
Gotta have Vegas.
Well,
money.
then it's not very adult to
So
go.
what's with
is it?
the?
It's multiple different little stamp thingies that I got for wearing to that. Mainly one of them has a wing to it. I already lost that one. I used it once and I lost it, but I actually got it specifically for the wing, so I could, and then I don't have to be too fancy. I just kind of line it up from there.
Oh, okay.
And then all these other ones came in. It was like a star, flower, butterfly, and a heart, and then the wing.
Looks cool. Okay.
I've done it the last like 3 times I performed, and I don't know. This one I went a little extra.
Yeah.
I've got a bunch of them on right now.
If you make it, you gotta make them real. You know. Get
Yeah,
that Post
yeah.
Malone look going.
Yeah, definitely. But only when. I gotta say when. You gotta manifest that
It's
shit.
like, what's an empty star mean?
It means I haven't killed anyone yet.
I haven't killed this famous person yet.
Yet.
He's a star. All right. Thanks for coming, Destiny.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for showing me your tits.
Yeah, you're fucking welcome.
All right.
Thanks for bringing that back up.
Yeah.